I'm going to walk through how we can expand your brain this morning before I kick it off and bring up our first speaker, okay? Again, I need a black marker, okay? Here's what I'm going to walk through. I don't care if it's a Sharpie. It don't even matter, okay? I want to walk through what's called a possibility index because I want you to, right off the bat, be thinking about what is truly possible today, okay? Thank you, Alex. Okay, I'm going to be walking through specifically what is possible for you today, okay? It's called a possibility index. Okay, possibility index. Can you guys see that? Show of hands, yes, if you can see that from the front camera. If you can actually see, okay. All right, I may have to scoot it up even more. We'll see. I may have to zoom in a little, but we'll give it a try, okay? This is a massive target in your life, right? Like this is the possibilities that you have. Also, let's get a thicker marker if we can, Cassidy, okay? This is the possibilities in your life, right? I always want you to think about when you were not in the insurance industry, you were out here. You weren't even in here. You were over here somewhere. Why? Because this career, 7 figures, 6 figures, all the money in the world felt invisible to you, did it not? Like you were so far from the target, it was not even in your peripheral view. It was invisible. Then you got recruited into space. And guess what? It wasn't invisible because you were seeing it, were you not? Right? It went from invisible to impossible. You could see it, but you didn't believe that you could pull it off. Right? Type impossible if you're like, dude, I don't agree with you. It's no longer impossible for me. Like I create my own luck, right? And you do. You do. So let's just say that, dude, it's impossible. It looks impossible to me. Right? It's impossible. Then you start to taste a little bit of success. You start to write your first app. You start to set your first appointment. You have your first $9,000 week or month, right? Or quarter. And Steve and Amy, it starts to become what? You move from possible to probable. Then it becomes probable in your life that you're going to achieve success, right? You move from invisible. Dude, I don't even see it. Then it's impossible. I don't believe it, though. Some of you still don't believe that you can have the success that you can have, but you can. Then you go from impossible and you move to possible. And then you're like, dude, it's so possible. I believe in myself. I know I'm going to get it. But then you start to actually do it. And then it becomes probable. Like it's like I did a fantasy football radio show for like 4 years, my buddy Dallas Keithley. And in fantasy football, you've got inactive, right? You got out and inactive, you got doubtful, you got questionable, you got probable, and you got active, right? At least you're starting to move into probable because Josh and Jasper and Hilda, you're like, man, dude, it's probable that I'm going to have success in my life, right? Like Edward McNeil, is that dude going to have success in his life or not, right? Like Ed is going to do it. Why? Because he's starting to see what's possible. The only lid on your brain is you. Who pours into you? Who do you listen to? What are your possibilities and goals, Jorge and Alondro and Kathleen and Theo, for 2022? Then you finally, at some point, move from probable. And you wake up and you're Nate Offord, and then you're in actual success. Right? Like then you go to actual. I don't know about you, but type actual if you want actual success. I don't want to be invisible. I don't want it to be impossible. I don't want it to be just possible, even though that's cool because I'm starting to move closer, right? But I don't want it to just be probable, like most likely. I want it to be likely, right? I want to be active, and I want it to be actual. So I want to challenge you today to go get and have actual success. Like success is available. There are more millionaires in insurance and financial services than any other career on the planet Earth. By show of hands, who knew there was more millionaires in this than anything else in the world? Stephen did not realize it. Muhammad did not realize it, right? By show of hands, let me see. Who realized it, right? Who realized? Most people don't, though, right? Daryl does. Lori does. What's up, Lori? Okay? Like some people do, and they start to see it. But then we remember that, by the way, there's more millionaires in this industry, but 92% of insurance agents fell in their first 3 years. I don't want to just be a number. I don't want to just be a statistic. I want to create the statistic. I want to be my own statistic. Like, you have the ability to change generational wealth forever. You have a chance to change your life, your family's future, your kids, your grandkids, and your great-great-grandkids one day because of the effort that you start putting in 2022. Most careers, when you pass away, your family stops receiving money immediately. Dude, in insurance, you have a chance to get paid forever. That doesn't suck, does it? That's what's possible. And guess what? Now it's time to go get some actual success. Now it's time to go get some actual success. So here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to bring up, let's get rid of the flip chart for me. And let's throw it back on this side. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up, there we go, Joe Camper. Come on, bro. Thank you. I'm going to actually keep you up here, too, after you throw the flip chart to the side for me, okay? Okay, do what? Okay, here's what I want to do, okay? Brett, bring me another handheld mic, please. Okay, bring me another handheld mic. I want to showcase a couple people that have been a part of our 8% conference in the past. Okay, Joe, come up here, okay? That's what you get, man. You get close to the stage and you get pulled on the stage, right? You get close and you get pulled up. Give Brett a hand, by the way, okay? One of our team members, okay? What has 8% meant the Campers and Redwood, and I love these people, by the way. Like, if you haven't met this family and been around them, unbelievable people, right? Like, you didn't know what 8% was a few years ago.
Yep.
And now you do.
I do.
And now he's speaking today, by the way. Give Joe a virtual round of applause before he jumps in. Let's go.
Thank you.
Let's go, Joe. Let's go, Joe.
I would actually be wearing my jersey, too, if I knew I was going to be up here. Just FYI, you guys will see me later in that.
Yeah.
To me, and it was a reminder last night when we were at dinner, one event that we got to go to with Cody and with a lot of people that are in this room changed our business and my personal life forever. Not just my personal life, generational wealth. You're talking my kids' life. I got 2 beautiful daughters and a wife back home, and one event. You guys are sitting on that one event right now. So I just, I want to encourage everybody. I know that Cody's been saying it, but be active, be engaged, be plugged in, and I promise you, even in this virtual environment, look at this.
Yes, how cool
right? I'm
is
like,
this?
I don't even know where to look, but it's amazing. This is the life-changing event, and I promise you, 8% is capable of doing that. So thank you, Cody.
Boom.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you, bro. Let me grab that mic from you. Is Rakita in here? Is Rakita in here, by the way? Okay. Rakita, bring Rakita up for a second, okay? I'm going to get you warmed up for later, okay? Bring Rakita up. This is another individual that I've gotten to know her and her husband, Anthony, a lot, by the way. Anthony and Rakita Starks are unbelievable people. They have a huge heart. They care about people. They're mentoring and coaching and helping agents all around the world, which is amazing. Being a part of 8%. And now you're on stage hanging out with Springfield, Missouri, talking to everybody. Come on now. Give Rakita a hand.
But I didn't want to cut him off. Hey, y'all.
There we go.
Joe, Adam, Lola, how are y'all?
That's right.
Good morning.
Right. I love it. I'd love for you to share your experience with 8%.
Oh, man. So 8% has been a game changer for us in our business and our lives because it makes you level up. A lot of times we are around people who are doing the bare minimum or mediocrity, Like, it's easy to be a big fish in a little pond. So getting in this room, getting around people who think bigger, who are bigger, makes you play up, makes you level up. And so I love it. I love 8%, what the movement that you're creating here, the movement that we get to be a part of, the lives we get to change, the people we get to impact. Man, it's rewarding.
I love it. Give it up for Rakita, okay? You're going to hear from her and Anthony later today. Thank you so much, Rakita. Appreciate you, okay? Why don't we have, who else we got, man? It's dark in the main room, by the way. Brian Thompson, get up here. Give Brian Thompson the mic for a second, okay? He knew I was going to get him on the stage at some point, by the way. He knew I would, okay? Let's get him up here. All the way from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, by the way, right? Yes. Absolutely. All the way from Iowa, Mr. Brian Thompson. Give my buddy Brian a big round of applause and say hello in chat. Okay, there we go. A little virtual round of applause. Dude, appreciate you. This dude shows up as much as anybody in my life. I appreciate the heck out of you, and I would love for you to share a little bit of your experience being a part of 8% the last couple of years.
Well, I actually met Cody almost a year ago exactly. It's been almost 13 months. Absolutely changed my life, changed my outlook on the business, changed everything that I'm doing. Steal a phrase from 8% last year, burn the ships. I changed everything. We changed the training, we changed the staff, and it's done nothing but open up opportunities for me. It's opened up new relationships for me. And if you're not here, you need to get in the room. That's all I can say.
Boom. Give it up for Brian Thompson, dude. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's going to be an amazing day. Who's ready for me? Type breakthrough if you are ready to finally break through in your life to some level, right? Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're going to love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there.
One of the best things I ever did was I actually sent emails to 10 people who I very much trusted. That my dad, my grandpa, you look at things like fellow coworkers, previous